are welcome if you actually want to give redemption a shot. But I think we both know that's not really your style.
In the past few weeks, Hazbin Hotel has become the unfortunate victim of online leaks. The series' second season is in the middle of production, but some fans have found complete scenes, songs, and significant plot points online, revealing what is next for Charlie Morningstar and her fellow characters. While I will not be showing these leaks or discussing them in detail, they do provide enough information to formulate new theories and speculation about certain characters. One of these leaks concerned the contract on Alastor's soul and who it belongs to. I'm going to use this information to dive into some lighthearted speculation, but if you're a viewer who wants to avoid all spoilers for the second season, I advise that you leave this video now and enjoy another on our channel. One of the major leaks circulating online includes a song between Alastor and Rosie. Although many in the fandom, myself included, believe the pair were longtime friends, it seems that Rosie is actually the one who owns Alastor's soul. The revelation is a plot twist few saw coming, and it raises many questions about the relationship. However, I'm going to take a step away from the spoiler to consider a different concept. If Rosie wanted to make new allies, she could portion Alastor's soul and power among other characters. Today, I'm going to discuss different Hazbin Hotel characters who could benefit from a chip of Alastor's soul, including what they would do with his influence.
These holes really lost some of their sparkle without your lively presence and... Oh, who's this you brought with you?
Number 1. Lilith. From the very beginning of Hazbin Hotel, the audience believed Alastor had a connection to Charlie's absent mother Lilith. The demon and former queen of Hell had disappeared at the same time, with Alastor returning 7 years later, in time to help Charlie manage her new hotel. The first season alludes to someone more powerful owning Alastor's soul, and he personally confirms the theory in the season finale. Naturally, most fans believe that Lilith was the one pulling Alastor's strings, using him to keep tabs on Charlie while in heaven. With all the pieces put in place to make Lilith seem like Alastor's overlord, I feel like the evidence for the theory was purposefully sprinkled throughout the first season to misguide the audience. If so, the misdirection has the desired effect because I was genuinely shocked to learn that Rosie was the one controlling Alastor. However, with this new revelation in mind, it makes me wonder what a dynamic between Lilith and Alastor would be like. However, I think we already have the answer to this question, assuming that Lilith would use Alastor as fans expected, to watch over and guide Charlie. From the pilot episode, Charlie gives the impression that she and her mother were very close. When things go awry with the hotel, she finds comfort in leaving a message for Lilith, despite knowing she won't hear back. Unlike Lucifer, Lilith seems to have encouraged Charlie's goals and aspirations, even if it meant finding the goodness within sinners. While we don't know why Lilith escaped to heaven, I think it's safe to assume she cares for Charlie, and wouldn't mind having someone as powerful as Alastor available to protect her from heaven and hell alike.
You're going down there and stopping that. You understand me, Lilith?
Number 2. Lucifer. If Rosie wanted to gain more influence in Hell, there are few people more powerful than Lucifer to strike a deal with. If Lucifer is in her pocket, then Alastor would have to play nice with the ruler of Hell, which would feel like an eternity of torture for him. The pair begin a rivalry from their first meeting in Dad Beat Dad, each of them vying for influence over Charlie. Granted, it's assumed that Alastor has poor intentions, and he isn't thrilled to have his plans intercepted by Lucifer. At the end of The Show Must Go On, Lucifer chooses to make an office at the Hazbin Hotel, insinuating that he'll spend his free time helping Charlie redeem others. Alastor won't like this development, but if Rosie has anything to say about it, he may find himself back at the hotel to do Lucifer's bidding. As the most powerful entity in Hell, I doubt Lucifer will have any need for the radio demon and his contracts. However, Alastor has proven himself as a reliable manager of the hotel. Lucifer could order him to find new clients and put genuine effort into helping them turn over a new leaf. The order would not only help Charlie, but also put a feather in Lucifer's cap. He hates Alastor and knows that he views the hotel as a joke. What could be a worse punishment than forcing Alastor to help something he deems pointless? It could also build additional resentment between Alastor and the other residents of the hotel, cultivating an altercation later on.
Hello, Charlie. Hey, Char. No, that's not good.
Number 3. Charlie. There's no denying that Alastor is evil. I genuinely believe he's one of the few main characters who will never redeem himself or earn a second chance in heaven. Yet the way he interacts with Charlie still manages to pique my interest. I'm sure he's manipulating her and the audience, but I can't help wondering if he genuinely cares for Charlie and her success. He appears capable of caring, at least on the surface, as we witness through his relationship with Nifty. Regardless of his intentions with Charlie, the pair currently have a deal with one another. Charlie owes Alastor a favor going into the second season, one that he can call on at any time. I assume that Alastor will use this bargain to get the upper hand on Rosie, but she may beat him to the punch. By allowing Charlie to temporarily control Alastor and his contract, Charlie will inherit a tool of immeasurable power. I do think Charlie would hesitate to use or manipulate Alastor, but she could also ask him to use his abilities in constructive ways. For example, she has made herself an enemy of heaven. Lute and the Exorcist will want revenge on the Hazbin Hotel, and I expect their forces to clash in the near future. Throughout the first season, Alastor uses a fraction of his power to protect the Hazbin Hotel from various threats. He even holds his own against Adam in the season finale, proving that he has the strength that rivals angels. Charlie could have Alastor protect the hotel again, but this time, he couldn't flee from the battle if things don't go his way.
He never really wanted to see me. He calls sometimes, but only if he's bored or needs me to do something.
Number 4. The V's. As far as Alastor is concerned, this hypothetical scenario would take a turn for the worse if Rosie decided to give a fraction of his soul to the V's. The trio of overlords are on the up and up in hell, using modern technology and schemes to gain more power. They have it out for the older overlords, and Rosie may choose to get on their good side before they make a move against her. Offering Alastor as a bargaining piece would be the easiest way to secure their cooperation. In Radio Killed the Video Star, we learned that Vox once asked Alastor to join the V's. When Alastor refused, a rivalry sparked between them, with Vox determined to get revenge. I expect that he'll have it out for Alastor throughout the second season, and would jump at the chance to make the radio demon do his bidding.
Which whore are we talking about this time?
Angel dust! Who the hell else would I be talking about?
Number 5. Husk. Out of the supporting cast, Husk has become one of the most beloved in the fandom. As a former overlord, he knows firsthand what Alastor is experiencing, losing a fraction of his power by becoming a servant to someone else. I think he recognized his personal turmoil in Alastor, which is why he makes the bold claim that Alastor had lost his soul to another in Dad Beat Dad. Many feel sympathetic for Husk and his suffering, as like the other residents of the Hazbin Hotel, he's a sinner who could easily be redeemed. However, it's unknown if he can ascend to heaven while his soul is still owned by someone else. If he can't, then it would be in his best interest to become friends with Rosie. I realize this is an unlikely scenario, but it's fun to imagine nonetheless. After losing his soul to Alastor and serving him for years, Husk could re-emerge among his fellow overlords by striking a deal with Rosie. Given her position of power over Alastor, she could force him to relinquish his contract with Husk, and then offer him a piece of Alastor's. Husk could pay Alastor back for everything he'd endured in recent years, but assuming that life at the hotel has taught him to practice forgiveness, Husk could only use Alastor to enhance his own reputation and power.
You've been gone a while, and it's not like anybody knows why.
They don't need to know, and don't you worry your fuzzy head about it.
I'm still reeling from the knowledge of Rosie and Alastor's deal. Currently, the terms of their contract and how she uses Alastor remain a mystery. I'm looking forward to seeing where this arc goes in the second season and how it will impact Alastor's schemes moving forward. Currently, I suspect that he will use his bargain with Charlie to overpower Rosie and finally break free, returning to his former strength. Until then, it seems like he'll need to heed her beck and call, which may include helping other members of the Hazbin Hotel.
What do you think?
About what?
The hotel!
Oh, yes. It does look much better now.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Something nice. You invite people in and offer them everything, and they just bring violence and chaos to your doorstep.